Let's go.
Alright, so long overdue. This is the Absol deck. This is my final list. Could do one adjustment, but this list works pretty fine. So sorry it took so long, having some internet upload trouble, so that my internet uploads a bit. I keep saying internet. Why my uploads so sporadic? Because it's not my usual times and stuff. So let's get into it quickly, and then more on my apologies later. So let's start with the energy first. First thing, 10 dark energy. Yes, they have to be gold. If they're not gold, you're playing old. Stupid joke. Very stupid joke. Then we get into the Pokemon, because that's the next thing that's least amount. We have 4 Cinderaces. Why are we running Cinderace? Because we want to get as much chance as possible to open with him, because this ability here, Explosiveness, if it's in your opening hand, you can put it down as your active Pokemon for 1 energy, 50 damage, accelerate 3 energy. Why is that important? Because we're playing Mega Absol. There we go, 3 energy to use Claw of Darkness. Claw of Darkness is a main attack. This attack is fucking useless, and I don't see people trying to make it work. That is terminal, period. Knock out a Pokemon that has 6 damage counters on it. There is no decent way to get 6 damage counters on anything. I'm gonna burst your bubble right there. But Claw of Darkness, 200 damage. Look at your opponent's hand, discard 1 card in there. That's amazing. More on that later. Next, we have 2 Roaring Moons also. So that's 2 Mega Absols, 2 Roaring Moons. Roaring Moon is here because you want to break that grass stadium, because they are dipshits and they can frenzy gouge no matter how thick their Pokemon are. And again, we have 480 Pokemon in the format. We have all these Mega Pokemon. Trading 2 for 3, not bad. And when you need to take them 3 prizes, you need to take them 3 prizes. And that's it for Pokemon. Just these 3 Pokemon. Again, 2 Roaring Moon, 2 Absols, 4 Cinderaces. If you don't get Cinderace, you don't have to worry. So now let's get into the supporters. The supporters are 4 Xerosic Machinations, 3 Judges, 4 Arvens, 2 Bosses, 3 Janine Secret Arts. Let's look at those. Xerosic Machination. We want his hand as small as possible. I said he. Please don't come after me, anybody else. He just refers to anybody, like he-man, she-woman, whatever else. 06 Machinations makes their hand discard down to 3, so when you get that attack off, you actually will be able to take off their most crucial cards. We have Judge for the same reason. We want their hands as small as possible and not let them know what they're going to get. Janine, because in case we don't get our acceleration with the Cinderace, we have backup as Janine. We are going all dark, so Janine gets 2 Pokemon, 2 energies, 2 Bosses orders in case we need it. Arven, because we want to find our tool, which is Air Balloon, and our items, which we're going to get in now. That's the last thing. That's why it's Arven. A spec Unfair Stamp, of course, because again, if his hand is 2 cards after an Unfair Stamp, that means we can take his 1 best card and just have him in the hole. Next, our other items. We'll start with 4 Nest Balls, because we want to be able to, if we start with just a Cinderace, to find any Pokemon to get us down. We have 2 Mega Signals. Same reason, we want to be able to find our Pokemon as fast as possible. Then, our favorite cards in this deck, Grabber, which allows you to look at your opponent's hand and put a Pokemon you find there at the bottom. Meaning again, we can reduce his hand and be able to make them discard something else. So we Xerosic them to 3, grab our Pokemon out to the bottom, the hand is 2, and then when you attack, you take 1 there, leave the shittiest card in your hand. Pretty fucked up. Then we have Botherbot. I love this card. I want to break it for a long time. I have in this deck. It allows you to look at one of your opponent's face down prizes, and then you choose a random card from your hand and you're able to swap them. But the prize remains face up. It doesn't seem that good until your opponent down to only 3 cards or 2 cards, and you take one of their very crucial cards and you swap it with possibly a very shitty prize. If it's an energy, you can put one of their bosses in the prize, one of their evolutions. Just really fucked up situation. And worse yet, you could actually take something crucial from their prizes, put it in their hand, and then kill their Pokemon, and take it with your Absol. Underrated, super amazing card. We have 2 energy switches just in case we need to switch the energy to get a bit of acceleration with the Janine secret art, and then an energy switch and 1 basic attach. That's 3 energy for the turn. Out and bad. 1 switch in the event that you get stuck. The balloons would solve that also. We have 1 super rod, again in the event that we need dark energy. And of course 4 Pokégears because we want to be able to find whichever supporter we need most. Again, so the thing with this deck is it's a very particular prize rate. So this is 1 prize, 3 prize that's 4, 2 prize that's 6. They need to knock out one of each of these Pokemon to get their 6 prizes, or they need to knock out 2 Mega Absols. We're not running any penny or anything on your recovery because we purely focused on getting rid of all of their resources. And when I say all, I mean all. If they have no hand, they have no supporters to play. If they play, everybody playing these new supporter, I believe it's Lily's Determination. So Lily's Determination, they always go up to 8 cards. With the Rocket decks, they can go up to like 10. Again, Xerosic. That 10 is now 3. Attack, take 1, down to 2. If it's 2 with this, down to 1. Because again, main force of damage is Claw of Darkness. You don't really focus on anything else. Because we started with 50, then 250, that should be a prize. And then we load up our Royal Moon to finish them off if necessary. If not, run them out. And of course we have 2 balloons because we never benching more Pokemon than necessary. So you'll only bench 1 of each, and this in the active, not benching anything else. Unless you only have 1 Pokemon active, you only want a maximum of 3 Pokemon in play. Nothing more than that, because you don't want them to boss and stick you or anything. And that's the basic function of the deck. And the rough math of the deck is, at least 50% of the time, you should open with this. At least. Because worst case scenario, you open with 2 of these, you still don't matter you have 1, you find 1 of these. You have 4 chances to get your Arven with this. You have 4 Arvens to get 1 of these, and then you have to not open 1 of these in your hand. And even beyond that, Judge to go into it, chances of you not opening with a Nest Ball or the Mega Signal, very, very low. Because most of the time you'll open with at least 1 of these and him. Because that's what you want to find. If they open with something pretty thick, like a Kangaskhan, you can load up this guy here and just outright knock out the Kangaskhan. So, pretty good deck, pretty solid. The only variance that I might possibly run is this one here, which I'm still testing, because I'm actually using Radiant Eternity. I really like Radiant Eternatus. The Eternatus build, which does 230 and Blast Stadiums, along with a Royal Moon, or I can do it with the same Absol. But Absol isn't as consistent because this deck works on stadiums, so this one's more on knockouts. And a horrible price trade for the opponent. Because again, this is 150, no weakness, and 230 damage. Of course, your stadium might have lots of stadiums you don't care about. So, that's about it for now. But this one has gotten me to near Arceus already. I'm going to use it to finish my climb. I am 5 matches away. And the most fun part is, most people surrender against this deck. Because when you have no cards to play and you just have to top deck for the win, a lot of people just rage quit. And that's why we have 4 bother bots, because trust me, nothing more than having your win condition in prize and you just can't access it. Or the Pokemon you need guaranteed at the bottom of your deck. So you can't even IUNO into it. Really tough. And with the 406 is a decent start, because even a start of a Cinderace into Xerosic on your first turn, beautiful. Literally beautiful. And Cinderace into Xerosic and a Grabber, and you hit a Lily's Determination and get him a Energy instead. Chez Magnifique. Just beautiful. Or get him a Pokemon and then grab it, or just grab and take their Pokemon and leave them with nothing in hand. Absolute cinema. I'm going to do 1 game, and I'll show you deck functions. I think I have a lot of gameplay on the channel already, so I won't bother to get into a game. You've been seeing me using the deck. This is the final build, so test it, let me know what you think. I'll leave it in the description down below, and you can tell me what you think about the deck. Alright, Excelsior, because the fuck up Stanley and put his AI in a convention. I'm really pissed about that. I may drop a video, may not. Internet trouble. Fun part about living in the Caribbean. Alright, have a good one.